I've mentioned it a lot recently how the PC gaming market here in America seems to be really expanding as of late. I think this has a lot to do with the restrictiveness we've seen from consoles. They don't really adapt as much as PCs. The availability of games that are really popular these days is very limited when you are on console. And not to mention the specs, everything is just limited on console. So I really think that that's why PC gaming is really blowing up here in America. But when I talk about this, when I kind of have this conversation, and when I think about it myself, I'm really only thinking about it in terms of America. And maybe Europe too, just kind of how the Western world has evolved over time and really has grown to embrace PC gaming. Combining the US and the UK markets, console gaming makes up 57% of the market, whereas PC makes up 43%, but it looks like that number is rising as the years go on. I know that doesn't take into account mobile gaming. I know mobile gaming can take up a big chunk of the gaming market if you account that. But overall, yeah, PC gaming is growing a lot in the Western world, but I don't think much about how this is going in Japan. And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that Nintendo and PlayStation are both based out of Japan. So I guess I just assumed that a lot of gaming has and always will be centered around these two consoles, these two companies in Japan. But it turns out I'm wrong. I mean, while these consoles, Nintendo consoles and PlayStation consoles, really do make up a good portion of the market, and mobile gaming does as well in Japan, it turns out the PC gaming market is growing at an exponentially faster rate in Japan than it is in America and all of the Western world. From 2019 to 2023, the PC gaming market in Japan tripled. Yeah, that is actually insane. So let's actually break this down. So putting it in American currency, in the year 2019, Japan's gaming market was worth $560 million. Fast forward 4 years, in 2023, it was worth $1.61 billion. That is a growth of 287% in just 4 years, so very close to tripling. Now it looks like something else pretty significant. So in 2019, that same starting year, PC gaming made up 5% of the gaming market in Japan, but in 2023, PC gaming made up 13% of it. And while console gaming and mobile gaming just have an overall better standing right now in Japan compared to PC gaming, it's extremely clear that PC is dominating in the growth factor. They're growing at an exponentially faster rate. So like I said, 2019 to 2023, Japan's PC gaming market grew 287%, but in that same period, console gaming grew only 39% and mobile gaming grew only 5.9%, which is interesting considering that console gaming is kind of in second place. It makes up about double of the market share that PC gaming has. Console gaming has $2.6 billion. And then mobile gaming, the one with the lowest amount of growth, 5.9%, that is sitting at a huge market share. It no doubt is the number one preferred gaming method right now in Japan. That's made up of $8.4 billion. What that seems to mean, to me anyway, is that the lowest on the totem pole, PC gaming, is growing at an insane rate, whereas the highest on the totem pole, mobile gaming, that is growing at a very low rate. That could mean that maybe in a couple decades from now, or maybe less, we could see things kind of even out. PC gaming, mobile gaming, and maybe console gaming could all three be sort of at the same market share, but if the trend continues, PC gaming could actually surpass the other two. So why is this happening in Japan? Why the sudden growth in the last 4 years? Well, that hasn't been covered as much anyway. I'm looking at all of these numbers, but the actual reason for these numbers hasn't actually been understood yet. Right now, it's kind of just speculation. I'm seeing some people saying that it could be because of the rise of streamers and even VTubers. That is very popular in Japan. Personally, I think it's probably a mix between that and, well, the same reason that PC gaming is getting very popular here in America. And that is because of, like I said, the limits that console gaming and definitely mobile gaming have when compared to PC gaming. And I will even say that it probably even has a lot to do with just flat out the availability of certain games. You know, they're only playable on PC. Like think of Dota 2, for example. That's a very popular game in Japan. Well, you can only play that on PC. You can't play that on an Xbox or a phone, at least I don't think you can. And there's other games too as well that are only available on PC. Counter-Strike 2, the new Throne and Liberty, that's popular right now in Japan, and so much more. I think it's really just coming down to the availability of these games. Like I said, you can't do nearly as much with console gaming as you can with PC gaming. That reason by itself is enough to make a lot of people make the switch from console or mobile pull to PC, no matter where in the world you are. And the numbers definitely show this in Japan. I'm very eager to see what Japan's gaming market could look like in a decade from now. Who knows? Maybe in a decade from now, PC gaming will dominate.